Welcome back to my channel. This is Shastine, your host and local real estate agent, helping people learn more about Southwest Washington and, of course, making that smooth move when it comes time. And today I have you out in Le Center. And I'm going to be showing you around the town, and I'm going to provide some insights. And of course, we're going to end with a property tour of a home that will show you what you can get for your money, along, of course, with some added benefits of being either rural or within a suburb here in the center. And we're going to get started right now. As we get started today, here are a few things you will want to know about Le Center. Besides the fact that it's charming and it's a beautiful small little town and it's located just east of the I-5, just past Ridgefield, and yet it's not too terribly far away from some modern conveniences. It's only about 15 minutes from the major hospital in Salmon Creek, 25 minutes to the PDX airport because, of course, you're taking I-205, and 30 minutes to the downtown Vancouver area because you're taking the I-5 freeway. Some things that you're gonna wanna know about Le Center is that this little town really prides itself as having the lowest crime rate in the state of Washington, along, of course, with some exceptional education possibilities because of its small classroom sizes and its very low employee turnover rate within the school systems. Now, when I say small town, I really mean small town. The World Population Review states that in 2024, the census for Le Center is around 4,651 people. And they're stating that it's growing on average of around 1.78% annually, which is about correct because when I did this video about Le Center in 2022, well, the population census was around 3,500. So really, they're not too far off on their projections. Though small, the downtown area is growing vibrantly, and it has restaurants, everything from small boutiques to bakery shops, small markets, barber shops, dog grooming. If you're ever looking for anything maybe a little bit more exciting than that, well, Le Center will have you covered. If you notice when we drove in, there were two smaller casinos, Frontier Casino and Palace Casino. And of course, if you want something a little bit more grand than that, well, they just built one, probably back in 2017, which is called the A Lune. And that one, of course, offers five-star restaurants, has entertainments and shows, and is a much larger casino, kind of like what you're gonna see in Las Vegas. Now, there are a lot of local community activities planned throughout the year, such as they have one called Our Days Sternwheeler Celebration, which is actually pretty fitting because right now I have you in that park called Sternwheeler. It doesn't end there though, because they do have the City of Le Center Christmas Festival, they have an annual cornhole tournament, summer car show. They have a plethora of different local activities that really bring the community in. And that's what makes, well, a small town an ideal place to live. And if you like to get out and enjoy the scenery, well, then you're gonna enjoy the scenery in the several parks that Le Center has here. And of course, like I said before, where I am right now, the Sternwheeler Park has a beautiful amphitheater area, but there's also lots of other little parks throughout Le Center. If you want more, maybe open space, well, Le Center has it because here you're gonna find a place called the Le Center Bottoms, and it's a premier spot to enjoy wildlife viewing here in Clark County. It offers 314 acres, country acres that consists of wetlands, floodplains, shorelines, and forested uplands, and that also actually gives you a 8-foot wide trail that you can run along the East Fort Lewis River. Did I also mention that this site is one of 3 designated watchable wildlife spots in Clark County, and it's all right here in Le Center. So, what would this video be if we didn't talk about real estate, right? Let's talk about where the average list price is right now in 2024. Well, it's around $675,000, which is an increase from when I did this video in 2022, because at that time, it was around $654,000. But let's say you don't want to buy, you want to rent. Well, out here in Le Center for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house to rent, you're going to pay around $2,700 a month. So, you can live here and rent for a little bit. And then if you decide to buy, well, you can call me and we can, of course, begin that hunt at that time. But a lot has happened in 2 years here in La Center. Just 2 years ago, I talked about 2 large developments that were going to bring in over 130 homes, along, of course, with community parks and mile hiking and biking trails, and of course, since been completed. But don't worry, because there are still new communities underway. 2 of them specifically are D.R. Horton, who's building in Highland Terrace at a starting price point of around $540,000, and another development in Lockwood Meadows by Cedar Ridge Homes, starting around $600,000. And that community itself has over 100 homes in it. So are they slowing down in the center as far as building? They're not. But maybe you don't want to be in a subdivision. Maybe you actually want to have a little bit of space between you and your neighbors. And maybe you want to have some livestock, have some additional outbuildings. Well, today I'm going to take you to a home and we're going to do a home tour, and I'm going to show you a property that is fully fenced, that sits on close to 6 acres, that provides future buildability, current outbuildings, and of course, barn stalls for those horses and livestock, and all at a very affordable price. So you'll want to stick around and watch that short little clip of this home, because we're going to do that right now. As we're closing out for the day, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, whether you're wanting to buy in a subdivision or in rural land, big or small, I sell them all. So certainly reach out. I'd love to be able to help you, and thank you again for watching. Until next time, I hope you have a great home buying and selling day.